Do you know what you call an Italian suppository?
No, what do you call an Italian suppository?
Innuendo.
Oh! Oh. Hey, Taebyn.
Hi.
Do you know why scuba divers fall backwards into the ocean?
I do, but let us know.
Oh, because if they fell forward, they'd still be in the boat. And
Yep.
And do you know how to spell water with only 3 letters?
I don't know. How do you spell water with only 3 letters?
Oh, of course, it's capital H, O.
That's true.
H-H-O.
2 H's
H2O.
and an O. H2O.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, so...
Oh, that's all there is to it?
That's the
I thought
entire
there was
joke.
more to it. Okay,
No.
that's... We'll go. Okay, good. I mean, yay!
Oh, I suppose we should probably get the show on the road then, huh? Have we had
Probably a
enough?
good idea.
Let's go. All right.
What is my life?
What is our life? 5 years
I
of this.
don't know.
Hello, greetings, salutations, aloha, bienvenue, and mubark fluff to all the creatures in the podiverse? No, podiverse. I am Barely Normal, your bear that's losing his hair, and you are tuned into Barely Furcasting featuring Taebyn and Rayne. We are so glad to have you with us for a while.
And rain.
A while.
Rayne.
A while. With me, as usual, and for the first time today, is my wonderful co-producer, Rayne Raccoon, and the king of crispy
Heyo.
chicken, Taebyn. How the fluff are you two today?
I'm doing great.
Okay.
14 days till I get to see my honey.
Aw.
I'm super happy.
Ooh, so cute.
It is. That's amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah.
So cute. You're so
Barely, how are you?
I'm doing good. It's been a few weeks since we've sat down together. I mean, it's almost June. And
Mhm.
of course, this episode drops while we are all at Furlandia.
Yes.
Yeah. So if you are listening while you were there, find us and give us hugs. Or
Mhm.
Apparently, we're there.
or just stand in the general vicinity of Taebyn and you will get a hug.
And you,
Yeah.
there is something to that.
If you're lucky, it won't be at full speed, like dead run.
Yes.
Yeah, like I did to Kev Shepard at TFF. That
Yeah.
one year. Yeah. Sorry, Kev.
Sorry, Kev. Hey, well, you know.
Okay.
Hey.
You know,
Hey.
He's still got a little twitch.
Hey, what are you doing? Hey, what?
he still did it. Still does. So
Yes. Buttons.
apparently, by the show notes,
Yes.
I have several things to say and to also ask both of you.
Yes. Okay. Well, then please
Yes.
say and ask.
I will.
Good.
This
Yay.
is great.
What-
I love how this is starting out. This is great.
The plan has come together. You make a
The
plan.
fruitition is planning. So
A fruitition.
time for Jesse for a walk and how you should do about English. Those are the 2 important things that we need to make sure that we're on board with.
Yes.
We're
each
not
time.
the A team. We're the B FFT team.
We are.
Oh.
Dun, 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 dun.
Thanks for tuning
Da,
in.
da, da.
Come back in 2 weeks if you're able, and we will. Oh no, go ahead.
Yeah, we're done. Thank you for tuning in. No, so I saw a really fun meme the other day, but it's like a picture thing.
Mm-hmm.
And so
Mhm.
I can't, it's an audio podcast. So I'm going to try and describe it
Ooh.
Ooh, paint
And
us
see
the
if you can-
picture with your words.
Well, now, hey,
with my
Taebyn,
words.
you are going back to the golden age of radio when
Mm.
there would actually be on
Please
Sunday
do that.
mornings. The radio announcer would read the Sunday comics and describe each panel over the air.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So we're doing that. Hey, all you furs, welcome to Back in Time with BFFT.
You
So
got to
the
speak with the
caption-
Mid-Atlantic accent, though.
Yes. The caption says, I've been waiting a month to post this. And so backstory is they've been waiting since April 5th. And the picture is of a jar of mayonnaise in a sink.
Okay.
Okay.
And that's it.
Oh, I know what it is.
Yes.
Oh, what is it? You got it.
That's
Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco de Mayo, yeah,
Yes.
yay! Or Cinco
Yeah.
de Mayo, yay!
Cinco de Mayo. Yeah.
I did it. We
Yes,
did
you
it.
did it.
And we did it
Okay.
at the same time, which is great.
You
Yeah.
did.
Yay.
We are all of like brain. We have the same fluff.
Oh God, please help me.
It is. So before I have questions for you two, I wanted to do a mathy computer thing that I came across recently that I thought is like really cool.
Okie dokie.
And really interesting about like how computers store their information and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Typically these days, computers are 64-bit, right? So that means that in one
Yes.
thingy, it can hold a 64 binary digit, meaning 64 zeros and ones.
Mhm.
Okay. And because of other things that have to be stored in those 64 bits, the actual number itself that can be stored at maximum is 2 to the 53rd power. So there's like 9 bits that are reserved for other things.
Yes.
Anyway, so 2 to the 53rd power is the biggest that you can actually store in the 64-bit computers. Simple question then for you. First of all, easy algebra for any like x. What is x plus 1 minus x?
1.
1.
Yeah.
Yes. No,
Yeah.
it wasn't a trick.
Yes.
was like,
It took me a
no,
second.
I had to think
But I
about
was-
it. Yeah,
because
I was like,
I thought it was a
X-
trick, and so I was like,
'Cause I do
oh, he's
that.
gonna,
I do
he's
that.
gonna fool me.
X plus 1 minus X is 1. Okay.
It is 1.
There
It
you go.
cancels. Exactly.
Yes.
So in a computer, it'll spit out a 1.
Mhm,
But if you put in the number 2 to the 53rd power for x,
Mm-hmm.
so you would have 2 to the 53rd power plus 1 minus 2 to the 53rd power,
Mhm.
which would be 1.
Right.
The
Mhm.
computer spits out 0.
Because it's
Because
so tiny.
no, well, 2 to the 53rd power is huge.
Uh-huh.
But 2 to the 53rd power is the biggest that it can store.
Oh,
So
okay.
if
that-
you add 1, it stores it as 2 to the 53rd power.
Yes.
And then it subtracts off 2 to the 53rd power.
Okay.
So it spits out 0.
because it
and
runs out
it's
of
true.
shift register.
It does. And so
Yes.
I actually put this in. I made a program. Well, I didn't even have to make a program. I put it into the computer that does arithmetic and stuff.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And indeed, it spit out 0. And I thought
Yeah.
that was really cool.
Yeah, it's
So I thought I
a-
would share that with you.
it's what they call a rounding error.
It is.
Yes,
That's
that
what
happened.
Trump's on trial for. It was a rounding error.
Being error.
It was a rounding error. That's what
And it was about 2 to the 53rd power, probably.
It
Plus 1,
was.
yes.
It was. Now, what also is interesting is if you put in 2 to the 53rd, I can't talk. 2 to the 53rd minus 2 to the 53rd plus 1, then it gives you 1 because it
Right,
does
because
it's
it
an
doesn't
order of
have to-
operation thing.
Right, because
Yeah.
it doesn't have to fill up its entire shift register.
I
with-
mean, it does
with-
exactly.
yeah.
So it's actually pretty cool and interesting.
Yeah.
So I thought I would share that with you. It's because neat.
Yeah.
So now I have 5 questions for you. So we're moving on from that.
Okay.
Okay.
And I have 5 questions for you two.
Okay.
And they're not really hard questions, but I thought we would make it fun in that something like a game. So like I'll ask a question and then like flail or something, and the first one that flails that thinks they have the answer can try and answer, and then of course the
Okay.
one with the most points wins.
So we have to flail like a Muppet on the Muppet Show?
That would be a good way. That's actually what I had in mind. So yes,
Okay,
let's
alright.
do it that way.
Okay. We're going to do that on our next live recording at a con. So when we do
Yes.
trivia, the contestant has to flail their arms.
It's not a ding.
like a
it's
wacky
flail.
waving. Yeah,
Think how much money that's going to save us. We won't have to buy buzzers.
that's right.
So much. So all you furs out there listening to this, you won't be able to see the flailing, but this is just a note that if you come to BFFT live at a con sometime, we'll do the flailing. And
You will be able to hear it though, because I can't do this without going
Yes.
Oh,
because that's what Muppets do.
Okay.
That is what Muppets do.
All right.
Yes.
What's our first
so
question?
question number 1.
Quizmaster. Yes.
Matt, question number 1 is, how many numbers are there counting from 23 to 35 inclusive? 23 to 35. Oh, Bearly has a flail.
13.
Oh, very good. Yes, because some people just subtract 35 from 23 or 23 from 35 and they get 12 and they're off
That's
by
what
1.
I got, and I was unsure of myself.
And that's why you didn't.
Yes, that's why I didn't.
Good. So that's one for I don't have anything to write. Oh, yes, I do. Where's the thing to write with?
I figured it out digitally. I counted on my digit.
Yeah, I was counting. I was using my fingers for the math part.
These are the
I
very
wasn't
first
counting.
digital calculators right here. on the ends
Right
of your
there,
arms.
yes.
Yes.
That never fail you. Never fail.
I have to take my. Are we going to need more than 10? Because I'll take my shoes off if we need more than 10.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Or no, we. Oh, I see what you mean. I don't think so. You got me confused. So, question number 2.
Yes.
I take 19 grapes from a bunch of 63. Oh, so you might need more than 10. How many grapes do I have?
You took 19 from 63, so 63 minus 19
Yes.
is
19.
Rayne flailed first.
You said you took 19 grapes.
Yes.
You've got 19 grapes.
Yes, that's the answer. 19.
oh.
Oh, okay. So
it's like
we're tied now.
if I have 2 cookies and I give you 1, how many cookies do I have? I've got 1 and you've got 1.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Yes.
So now that we've covered,
Please accept all cookies when you listen.
Yes.
Please accept all cookies when viewing this podcast.
Yes.
Please allow all cookies.
Okay, question number 3.
Mhm.
It takes 5.5 minutes to boil an egg just the way I like it. How long does it take to boil 4 eggs just the way I like it?
5.5 minutes.
I
said
5.5
the answer,
minutes,
but
you
he
didn't
flailed.
flail.
I didn't
But it is
flail.
5.5 minutes
Yes.
because
They're all in the same pot.
I'll give it.
Yes.
So all you heard
Heck.
what happened right there was Bearly did not flail. He was
Yes.
a Trump and he just said it.
Right.
Just
I
said
just
what's on his
totally
mind.
trumped it right out there. Yes. It's
He
like,
did. But Rayne did flail. and
Rayne
so
gets the point
it's a
because
tie.
in Jeopardy,
I'll-
even if I blurt the
Yes.
answer out, if I don't buzz in, it doesn't count. So.
Yep. you lose.
Oh, okay. So
and
it's-
even still though, that question does not account for thermal mass. It's only a math question. Because
so
thermal
we're
mass
moving on now.
Okay.
to
thermal
number
mass
4.
will change that number a little bit.
I'm not okay. We're moving on. There are 37 birds in a field. A maniac shoots 18 of them. How many birds are left in the field? Rayne?
37.
No.
Oh.
Early, do you want to try?
No.
There are 18 birds left in the field because 18 were shot and the others flew away because of the gunshot.
That would be true. Yes.
That
would be true.
Oh, okay.
Okay, good. So Rayne has 2, Bearly has 1. Bearly, you have a chance to tie it up with this last question.
Okay.
Ready?
Uh-huh.
How
No.
many cubic... No, actually, I'm not. How many cubic meters of soil are there in a cubical hole 2 meters by 3 meters by 5 meters?
2 meters by 3 meters by 5 meters. Flail.
Flail,
That's how
Bearly.
much is in the hole. As much as the hole is.
I only half accept that.
Only half accept that?
Because it's true, but also not true. Because the actual answer is, well, Rayne, do you want to take a chance?
Yeah. 30.
Okay. No.
Damn
No,
it.
you both are so cute. The answer is 0, because you can't take dirt out of a hole.
Wait. Ask the question again. Answer.
How many
He's
cubic
right.
meters? How many cubic meters of soil are there in a cubical hole? 2 meters, 3 meters by 5 meters.
All right. Extra credit. I've got
Okay.
a question for both of you. So
Okay.
a plane is flying over 2 different countries.
Okay.
Right as it hits the border between the 2 countries, it
Yeah.
crashes right on the
Okay.
borderline.
Oh,
Now, the question is, where do you bury the survivors?
flail. I know the answer. And I wanted to get it because I saw that Bearly knows the answer too. Well, you don't bury the survivors. So
Very true.
nowhere.
If a chicken and a half can lay an egg and a half in a day and a half, how many tomatoes does it take to fill up a canoe?
I
4.
don't know. Can I?
Yes. Well, welcome. Thank you for attending Taebyn, the Pup Master Quizzer, here on this episode of BFFT.
And this is why I hated math in school.
Yeah.
I think we need to change this. Like maybe next season we should change the title to WTI for whatever this is.
Whatever this is, a random
Right.
thing from Taebyn. So years ago, in another when we still had chalkboards in the classroom with chalk.
Oh my cow!
Yes, we had to take a test. I think it was in the 5th grade, and the test was like 20 questions, but it was it was telling you to do things like
Yeah.
stand up and spin around, say your name out loud, blah, 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 right?
Is this like a sobriety test?
No, it was just a test. But the very
I had a
first
teacher that did this to me too.
But the very first line on the test was read all questions first before beginning the test.
Yep.
And the last question was, now that you've read all the questions, just turn this paper in.
Oh, so everyone was jumping up and down and everything. So, Bearly, did you get it, or did you jump all
I
around?
did everything like everybody else.
I got it because I knew my math teacher. He was kind of a jerk.
Yeah, but like I said,
Yeah.
this was 5th grade.
It's
I mean,
interesting.
we didn't think our teachers were jerks in 5th grade. We thought they were wonderful and
What does this say about Rayne if he had already at that time
in 5th grade decided the teachers were
I had
jerks?
a really nasty teacher.
We had a teacher.
Okay.
We're at teacher speak. We had a teacher in my grade school. She was a 3rd grade teacher, Mrs. Coughlin. Everybody knows Mrs. Coughlin. My poor sister,
Of course, yeah.
was traumatized by being in Mrs. Coughlin's classroom. Now, you have to understand, my grade school was huge. It was 3 stories tall, and there were 4 classrooms of the same grade. So each grade had 4 separate classrooms, and there were, get this now, 50 kids per classroom.
Oh my cow!
So 200.
Really?
Yes, that's how it was back then. Okay.
Yes, it was.
It was.
Oh, that was a standard thing. It wasn't just your place,
No, that
your
was
school.
That was a standard thing. Which is why.
Wow.
Which is why now when teachers are saying I'm having trouble with 20 children, I'm like, really? Really? Clearly, you are not old enough to remember being one of 50
Fairly, you
in a
just
classroom.
like started teaching yesterday.
So Mrs. Coughlin was a 3rd grade teacher, and she was in the center floor, center of the school. Now, when it was classroom time, if you walked past her classroom or made a noise, she would come out and she would scream at you and she would yell at you and she would make you write your spelling words 1,000 times each.
Oh my goodness.
Due the next day, and just this disciplinarian, and she would just scream and holler at everybody. In fact, when I was in the 8th grade, the 8th graders always had to do all the errands and everything for the principal's office and whatnot. So if we had to go from the principal's office on the 1st floor to the classroom on the other side of Mrs. Coughlin's room, we would, instead of going up to the 2nd floor and walking past her room, we would go either all up to the 3rd, across, down, and over to get to the classroom, or underneath, up, and over to get to the class. So we would not walk past her because she didn't care if we were working for the principal's office. She would still yell at us and give us assignments, and we had to do them because it was a Catholic school. And then, of course, what would she do with it when you were done with them?
Throw them in the trash
right in front of you. And it was just like, but she would.
My
flip
3rd grade teacher was the same. Miss McGath. She was terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Just the same way, just mean, spiteful.
Mm-hmm.
Would give you, you did the littlest thing, you'd get lines to write, and they were due like the next day.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't matter that you had other homework to do. You got to get the lines done.
That's right. Taebyn, did you have any bad teachers as a child?
No, my puppy school there was Mr. McGruff. And
Mr. McGruff.
Did you go to PetSmart?
I did, actually. I did.
Oh, yeah. Yanto went to PetSmart too.
Oh, yeah.
They're good.
Exactly.
They're good there.
They're good place.
Yeah.
Mr. McGruff gave out good little doggy treats. So I waited. Of course, that was only a few years ago, and I haven't learned much since then.
All right. Well,
But,
well, now that this train is firmly off the tracks in the next county, there's not a railroad track nearby this train.
Hit the wrong button.
So speaking about things I don't understand, then I see here in the notes it says that next is something that I don't understand, and hopefully Bearly and Rayne can help.
Okay.
All right.
We need a theme song for that.
We should. We really okay. So Rayne, your next task is to come up with a song for that, and we'll put it in as a new segment, and then we'll have an actual
things that Taebyn does not understand.
I mean, I have so many things I don't understand.
Okay, that is now becoming a regular bit. Things that Taebyn does not understand.
Doesn't understand. So now, Rayne, you definitely have to find.
I'll find a theme song. I'll send it to you, Bearly.
All right.
Okay. So the quote is, I accidentally It doesn't go bad.
It
That's
does.
just me.
It's a strange
The
quote.
I
closing-
extend that.
Is that from the Trump
I
trials?
don't understand. I just
Yeah.
don't understand that.
And it was
the quote
so
is actually, I accidentally got on the bus backwards. Now all I see is lettuce, tomato, sliced cheese, mayonnaise, and deli meat.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
The
it.
bus
That- I mean-
backwards is a sub.
Yeah.
Oh my cow! I've been stuck on that for a few days, and that's all it was.
That's all it was.
I didn't even get. I
Yes.
didn't.
Bus backwards is sub.
Sub. Yeah.
It is,
And a sub
that is
has
true.
lettuce, mayo.
Uh-huh.
It
yeah,
is.
Yes. Deli meat.
Okay, so that was easy.
That was easy. We hit the easy button.
Okay.
All right.
We don't have the easy button.
Easy
it's,
button.
it's
Okay, so
trademarked.
now we have to find an easy button.
All
my
right.
cow. Okay.
Okay. I think it's time to calm this down a little bit. Get a little
Yes.
zen. It is time for the Trashy Raccoon's Guide to an Amazing Life with Taebyn.
So all you furs, if any of you furs have been listening for the past few months, I've been reading at first for some cat formations, and then I finished that, and then I had corgi formations, and I finished that last time, and now Rayne bought for me for the next formations, as Bearly said, the Trashy Raccoon's Guide to an Amazing Life. So
Mhm.
that's what I'm going to start this week.
Awoo.
Awoo.
And it's actually so that I won't read all the little introductions and stuff, but it's got it's a book filled with like 7 different lists of affirmations and then several pages so you can put in journal entries, and then it has
Oh my.
a nice little suggestion for once you get done with all these, you make a little symbol and then you look over your things and you characterize things and you can think about your life, and it's supposed to help you improve your life and find out
Oh wow.
Yeah.
it's actually a pretty useful little book. And so I won't read all about how they suggest you do that. So any fur that wants to look into this, go find The Trashy Raccoon's Guide to an Amazing Life by Sam Craigie Yamada.
And it's available on Amazon. That's where I purchased it from.
He bought it for me. It came to my
Yes.
house. Rayne is so nice. Anyway, oh look, you can
What
see
am
the
I?
first
Chopped
little
liver?
picture. No, you are
No.
not chopped liver, Bearly. You are a binturong.
I am a binturong.
Yes.
And I've been too
Okay,
right.
that was easy.
Okay. Anyway, go on with your story.
Anyway, so I'll just read. As I said, there's like about 7 or something lists of different types of affirmations. And each one has 13, 14, 15-ish on them. And so I'll just read like half each week. And that way we'll get a lot out of this.
Okay.
And so this first list is of emotional wellness affirmations.
Okay.
And there's 15 of them. So I will read the first 7.5.
7.5.
That's half of 15.
Okay.
I am abundantly loved.
Awoo.
And then the little journal entry says, what does emotional wellness mean to me? So you can write all those while you're doing these things and reflecting. Second is, every day is filled with unexpected joy.
Awoo.
I deeply love and cherish my emotions.
Awoo.
Okay.
Okay. Yes. Yes, we are.
Yes, you are. We all
Yes, you
are.
know.
But you especially.
I am self-confident.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Awoo. Okay.
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 Okay. Yes.
And number 5 is, I am always in control of my emotions.
Awoo.
Okay.
Number 6, my mind is clear and calm.
Awoo.
And 7.5 is, I am capable. And we'll continue there next time.
Okay. I am
And
capable.
those are my Trashy Raccoon Guide to an Amazing Life formations for the week.
Awoo.
Oh, woo. Okay.
Woo.
Okay. So let's get to the past today. I have one. So on our last episode, you did the 3-number division, like 2, 2, 2 divided by 2 plus 2 plus 2. And
Yes.
and it works for all places because I played with it a little bit as I was doing the editing. I thought, I wonder if it works for everything. So if you go like 4 plus 4 plus, or 4, 4, 4, 4 divided by 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4, it equals 277, 75. So it does it for all numbers. And
For all digits from
all
1 to
digits
9. Yeah.
from 1 to 9.
Mhm.
So what kind of pattern is that called in the mathematician's world?
Mathematical one, I would say. See, because I say that because the like, last time I went through the math, the arithmetic,
Right.
that proves that it does that, and that
Right.
works for like all
Right.
lengths of numbers. So that's why I call it a mathematical one.
Okay. Well, I just didn't know. I mean, like, there's like the Fibonacci sequence, and
Fibonacci sequence
and all those type
Ah.
of patterns. I didn't know this pattern had a name.
If that I did not that I know of. So we'll
It's
just
the Taebyn sequence.
We'll call it the Taebyn
sequence.
sequence.
That will do
Yes.
with
Let's
that.
publish
Yes,
a
there you go.
paper and get you a Nobel Prize for
Give me a
naming
Nobel
for naming a sequence.
And then I can wear it around my collar because then it would be a Nobel Prize.
Because there's no bell.
And then we wouldn't have to listen to that bell anymore.
That's right.
Yes.
True. It's true.
Oh,
No bell.
I'm going to take the
Oh.
clacker out of your bell, and you can use that joke on stage. Say, Bearly gave me a Nobel Prize. You took the clacker out. So it's no bell.
Yeah. For Lanny's coming up, I could do that.
You could do that.
Mhm.
Alrighty then. Do you either two fellows? Wow, English speak I good do. Do
English do goods well.
Yeah.
Do you do?
Yes, who do?
I
Either anything from the
have
past?
a few past today, but Rayne can go first if he has any.
I have nothing for past today.
Okay. So last time, and it's been like several weeks, so I'm really glad I took notes like right after our recording. Because I totally didn't remember this until I saw it.
It's only been 2 weeks. No, 3 weeks. You're right.
It's been 3 weeks of
Yeah, 'cause
recording because we had to double up.
we shifted.
Double
Yeah,
up,
we
yeah.
shifted.
We
one,
shifted
yes.
1 week.
So last time, meaning last episode, season 4, episode
Last
48,
time on BFFT.
the Moo had the fluff with the penguin. Dun, dun, dun. And also, Bearly said he watched the movie Argyle and said that the shooting scene was poetic. And I watched it, the scene, not the movie, and I see what you mean.
Mhm.
Those are the notes I have from last time.
Okay.
All right.
It was all the smoke and the slow motion,
and the dancing, basically.
Which really wasn't happening because they would cut into what it actually looked like in between what they thought it looked like when they were doing it, if you paid attention.
Oh, is that why they did that?
Yes.
Oh, because I didn't watch the movie, so I didn't have that context. But okay, that actually makes more sense now. Okay. Also, last time you talked about an upcoming game, Wandering Cat.
Yes.
So again, these are my notes. So there's what happened last time when I took these notes, like right after we recorded 3 weeks ago, and then what happened when I went to,
review the notes. Yes,
review them. Yes. So last time you talked about that, and apparently at the time it turned out that and you had said it hadn't been released, and it hadn't been released yet because they were in beta and everything. And so my notes are: it turns out that it had been released, but in incomplete form. You could download it. It was just still in development. And so then I was going to play it and then review it the next time, meaning now. So last night I went, because I looked over these notes briefly and remembered that. So I went to play it and it was mysteriously gone.
The beta period probably ended.
Yeah.
So my notes were that I downloaded it though.
Yeah, but if the beta ends on Steam, you can't play it anymore.
Oh, you can't? Like it's not. It doesn't show up in your library.
Right. It'll usually like disappear if it's a beta.
There you go.
So I have learned something. The mystery that I didn't understand is now in understandment mode.
Understandment.
Or it got pulled for something entirely different. I don't know.
Well,
but usually when a beta ends, They take the beta off because they're getting ready to launch the full version.
And
Launch the
also
full
when the
thing, yeah.
beta when the beta ends, all the other fishy survives.
That's true. That's true.
Right.
It's true.
When
Well,
the beta ends, VHS takes over.
Takes over.
Right.
Exactly. So you can, but I did go to see, like, okay, well, can I re-download it or something? And it is in development mode, and you can be like a reviewer and developer and stuff.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to do that, so I didn't do that. So I haven't played it. But it is on my. I did put it on my wish list. So
Yeah.
eventually, I'll actually play it and review it. But
so there's usually
the little
two
trailer
types.
looks good.
Yeah, there's usually two types of beta. There's open beta and closed beta. Open beta is for everybody to play around in and give like feedback if you want to. You don't have to. But closed beta reviewers are actually requested to actually give full feedback and let the programmers
actually
know,
do
hey,
stuff.
this is not working. So yeah, closed beta requires a little bit more commitment on your part to playing the game with the eye of looking for mistakes.
I think this must be enclosed because I remember that it was a disclaimer, but it said below the I want to do this thing, it said something along those lines that, oh, well, you can now give feedback and help us develop this and everything. And then there's a button that says, are you sure you want to do this?
Yeah.
And I did push it. So.
It is work. I mean, you're basically doing work for them.
Yeah. So I will wait. And it does say, are you sure you want to do this? Or do you want to wait until the game is released? And so I just put it on my wish list, and then I'll do it later.
Good idea.
All right.
And so that ends my past today.
Okay. Hey. Well,
I didn't put it in the notes. Why didn't I paste and copy it?
I don't know.
I'll make sure to put it in there.
Okay, that's fine. So that takes us up to the That's Just Stupid or News of the Odd. And I did find a little article about the shortest place names around the world. So the shortest place names in the United States are L, the letter L, a lake in Nebraska. T, the letter T.
It's just the letter L.
It's just the letter L. T.
Not even ELL.
Nope. T, the letter T, a gulch in Colorado. D, a river in Oregon flowing from Devil's Lake into the ocean. Yeah, the D River. Right there in Lincoln City. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep.
They also
passed by several times.
They also fight with another river every other year about it being the shortest river in the world. So
because Texas has one of those too. In New Braunfels, the Comal River is said to be the shortest river in the world. It's not that short, and it's got a confluence with another bigger river. So technically, it's not that short.
Yep. So then there's a place in Arkansas which is the letter Y, just the letter Y.
I don't know,
and they're all named after their shape. So in Europe, there's a river. There's a river named E, the letter E. In Scotland, there's a village called A. In Norway, Sweden, and another Y in France. And the Pacific Carolina Islands have a place called U, just the letter U.
Me?
And there's a peak in Hong Kong that is just called A. Peak A.
Yep.
A. So that's
what
what
think it would be in Canada. A.
Yeah, A. This peak that's just EH. Peak A.
Oh.
Yeah, see, this is where Fonzie lives.
Yes.
Okay. A.
Yeah. Well, that's interesting.
The Y in Arkansas is very appropriate because every time I've gone through Arkansas, I'm like, why?
Why? Right. Yes. Is there a Y in Arkansas? Yes. Every time I'm in it. Why?
Why are you going to Arkansas? Why do I have to go through this state? Sorry to any furs who live in Arkansas.
Arkansas.
Yeah.
Arkansas.
And that's another problem. The spelling of your state. That is not Arkansas. It's Arkansas.
Which is it's a new trig function. It's when you undo the Kansas.
Oh,
the
Arkansas.
Arkansas.
Yes. Arkansas. And that's my sort of odd news. Taebyn, do you have a story in this section as well?
I do. I have a few news items too. It's non-free like that. It's non-free. And actually the first one has to do with Oregon. It's not doesn't have to do with D, but it has to do. So there's a new Oregon. There's always new Oregon laws, but
what a
there's
shame.
a new Oregon law.
I love stories that have to do with D.
Okay, moving along.
So there's a new Oregon law that now states that there are consequences for frogs that park illegally. They get towed.
Oh.
But really, there's a new study that came out. It was in some scientific journal. I forget which one came out, but a new study came out exploring why bees have sticky hair, and they found out that it's because they have honeycombs.
Yeah.
And
we have a whole section for jokes later on today, right?
So,
Right.
But these are real news.
These are real news. This is real news.
These are real new things.
Okay.
And so, I live by a up and coming library, and they always have the news books and everything. And I went there the other day, and a new book came out recently on how to not fall down. It turns out it's a step-by-step guide. And NASA.
Yes.
NASA. It turns out is launching a satellite to say sorry to the aliens, and they're calling it Apollo G.
Oh, good Lord.
So that's the news I found recently.
That's the recent news that's going on. The news of the puns. The pun news. Panews.
We haven't launched an Apollo since the 60s.
Yes. Well, of course, they are going to launch the new Boeing capsule with an Atlas rocket, which is from the Mercury project. So, yeah. This is the first time since Mercury that they're using an Atlas series rocket to launch something into space.
And so I'm wondering if the door is going to pop off.
You'll be able to really accurately take your temperature because of all the mercury.
That's right.
Involved.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, I'm just wondering if the door is going to pop off being Boeing.
Right. Well, it was built before the problems.
Oh, it could be even worse then.
Could be even worse. That's right. Yes. All right. Okay. Let's get to our media section. I don't know what's going on half the time. Okay. So since the last time we recorded, I watched the 3 Star Trek reboot movies with Chris Pine as Kirk.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot how bright those reboots are.
Yeah, you might want to take your television's brightness control down about half of what you normally keep it at because, yeah, they are very bright.
Very bright. I was like, it just seems
interesting, really.
Very impractical on the Starship Enterprise bridge. All this chrome and glass and silver and white, and it's like, it's just an assault on the eyes. But and all the lens
assault
flares.
On the eyes really does hurt.
It's assault on the eyes does hurt. Yes, and all the lens flares. I mean, there was.
Oh yeah.
Oh God, it was just like, really, Michael, really? Okay.
Yeah.
We started watching Fallout. Actually, we finished it now. So, it's good. I liked it.
So my dad was talking about the other day, and he said it was really good, worth checking out a few episodes just to see, and it's different or something.
It is different. Like I said, if you aren't a fan of the game, you can still watch it and enjoy it. But it is preferable if you know a little something about the game.
I remember you talking about this.
Yeah.
It's been like what, 3 weeks?
3 weeks.
I don't. That's a long.
It's been okay.
3
So I've also been watching Halo. We just started season 2 of Halo. Yeah,
Halo's good.
Halo's good. Master Chief, and continuing Invincible on Prime, and then I just finished season 1 of Resident Alien, and just started season 2 of Resident Alien.
Nice.
At bedtime.
I love the ending to season 1.
Yeah.
The very last line of season 1 is like the best thing ever.
Yep.
I don't know. The dance scene in the first episode was pretty damn good.
I don't remember.
Where he's in the bar getting drunk and dancing the starships.
Yes.
Oh my God. That was 100% like just joy.
Yeah. Started the British version of Ghosts, and it's very interesting. If you've seen the American version, of course, which is
I have, and I hate it.
The British version, not much better, but it's still cute. It's nice bedtime fodder. It's just background music noise while I'm going to sleep.
If I took a gummy and watched it, I'd be more generous towards it, but
You
I
would
just
be
did not
more
like the American Ghosts.
right, but you'd be more generous towards the British ones because there's a lot of subtle British humor in it.
Well, see, yeah, I'd probably like that more. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then today I just started watching Black Sails on Netflix.
Ooh, I heard that's good. I haven't watched it yet.
It's pretty good. It's old. It was released on Stars in 2014. So
Mhm.
it's 10 years old.
Yeah.
So,
But I didn't get Stars back in 2014, so
I did not either, and so, but it's pretty good. It's kind of funny watching the actors on there. It's like, oh, I've seen them in this, I've seen them in this, I've seen them in this,
right,
stuff like that.
because
Oh,
they're
wow.
all now well-established actors because they went through.
Yep. So
Yeah.
and that's what I've been consuming media-wise. I have not had any chance to play my Nintendo Switch, so
Oh
no, I know. So
I don't.
trick or treat. Woo!
yes. I know what you did there.
Taebyn, how about you? What have you been consuming media-wise?
Then well, not so much South Park because I've been, I started. Well, okay. Hi. Let me start over and say
Yes, please start over.
I started the Naked Gun series. I finished Naked Gun 1, Naked Gun 2.5, Naked Gun 23 or 33, and a third. That's what I heard, which means that Rayne, I can now go back to Lower Decks. So tomorrow for lunchies, I'm going to watch the next Lower Decks episode. Finally,
we us Lower Deckers need to stick together.
Yes, I think. Did I talk before about the show Warrior on Netflix?
You did.
I did. Okay, so we finished that.
Yes.
There's 3 seasons. I don't know if there will be a 4th. Like it says 2023, so I don't know if that means that. So the show, I mean, no spoilers, but the show ended. It wasn't a cliffhanger, but it's like there could be a next 4th season, and I would like to see more of the show. So I hope they do a 4th season.
You said doo-doo.
Anyway, do that again.
You said doo-doo.
I did.
Got my inner Beavis and Butthead coming out right now.
You did.
No.
We also started Black Sails just last weekend.
Okay, so
so we're I think 2 or 3 episodes in. I think, and it's great. We like it. Gonna keep watching it.
I would classify it as Game of Thrones, but with pirates. I mean, you've got
it has that. Yes,
you've got a strong female lead character. You've got different captains vying for the top spot. It's Game of Thrones on the ocean with pirates.
and then you've got the mischievous guy with the knowledge and everything that they can't kill him now. Anyway.
Yeah. No spoilers, but yeah.
No spoilers. There are no spoilers here.
No spoilers or broilers.
Jeez.
Or broilers. As I said, I'm only a few episodes in, so I'm not even.
I'm 2.
Far enough.
I'm 2 episodes in. 2 episodes in.
Okay, I think we're probably in the same place. So that'll be interesting to next time we do the show to find out if we're in the same place again or not.
Synced up or not? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Cinco de Mayo.
We watched Cinco de Mayo.
Yes.
We also watched a show, The Accountant with Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck, it's not that bad.
Affleck.
Either of you
I'm like,
seen
who
it?
is this Affleck guy?
Ben Affleck. Yes, he's an affliction. It's like
he really is. He really is.
It sounds familiar. I think I wanted to see it. I don't recall if I have.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen it either.
It's a pretty good show. What is it about?
Does he say
it's about
Batman?
An accountant?
No,
he doesn't say Batman.
Says, no, I don't know if I'll like it. Then
he says,
"Yeah, then
your taxes are due."
Yes,
because he's the
that's
accountant.
Scary. I don't like that.
It's really a horror show.
Yeah.
No, it's actually pretty good. He plays an accountant and he's a good fighter and stuff. And it's actually a pretty good show. You might check out the first 10, 15 minutes, see if it seems interesting. If not, you can probably turn it off. And if otherwise, you can watch it and tell us what you think about it next time we're on the show, I guess.
Okay.
We also watched, what is this movie about that I said I didn't? Hold on. I have all these notes about this, but I don't say what the show is. Hold on. I have to go find out.
Oh my.
Yeah, when I copied it from my notes, it didn't copy the name of the show, but it copied all the I have 6 different points of things to say about it.
Okay. Well,
hold on.
While
while I go see.
Taebyn looks it up, let's hear a word from
Yes.
our sponsor, Theratail.
There you go.
Are you nervous, anxious, on edge, scared, or apprehensive? Perhaps you are fearful of doing something new, or you're irritated over traffic, crowded airports, COVID, or Uber. Well, all of these things can be calmed or overcome through the newest therapy from Puprezenica, Theratail. Theratail is a replica of the soft and fluffy tail of Taebyn, and when held tightly or stroked during particularly intense situations, can relieve the tension, make you calm, and help you become the fur you need to be. Theratail is not for everyone, but it may be for you. Ask your veterinarian or pup pharmacist if Theratail is right for you. Do not use Theratail if you are currently using another calming device, have no need for Theratail, or are under the age of 21 in dog years. Side effects may include pupping, wagging, chasing leaves, incoherent rambling, running around tables, hugging lamps, and general pupphoria. Theratail is not a real product. Claims are not verified by the FDA or the PDA. If you can't afford your Theratail, Puprezenica may be able to help. Theratail, when you need to be calm.
So I found it. I found what the movie
Yay!
is.
And what's the movie,
So-
Taebyn?
I think we've talked on the show about Rebel Moon before, right?
Yes.
Yes, the second
we
one
have.
came out. I haven't gotten a chance to watch it
It
yet.
did. So that's the movie I
I've
have a
seen that
few
too,
words
yes.
to say about.
Yeah.
Have you? Oh, what did you think of it?
It was. It was. That's what I'm going to say.
Mm.
It was.
So I guess I'll say what I have to say about it.
Okay.
So the first and most important thing I have to say about it is it's.
I thought he actually froze.
It is.
So it's-
I will give you that.
it's-
Yes.
It's not a
Yeah.
fast-moving movie. The
No.
whole thing is about one fight.
Yes.
One fight. There's so many backstories that didn't have anything to do with the actual story,
Wow.
and it took like so long to say all those.
Mm-hmm.
And also, it's so slow.
It
So
is. Yeah.
It's a 2-hour movie,
Yes.
but if we fast forward enough times, it makes a great 15-minute movie.
Yes,
Mm.
it does. Well, see,
It did.
part of the
and
problem with that
Hans?
movie is that it's on Netflix, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
So Netflix contracted for 6 of those movies as part of the sequel. So they
cow.
the second one was world building. They were kind of introducing you to the various things, which they could have done as each individual movie
They
instead
could
of
have.
an entire 2-hour block of, okay, here's 20 minutes about this character, here's 20 minutes about this boring character, here's 20 minutes about
That has nothing to do with
this
anything.
boring
Yeah.
character, and that really is like, why did we learn about them? Why?
That's my cow, exactly.
Right? Yeah.
I can kind of
okay,
see why
that
Disney
actually-
passed on it now.
That actually explains my. So we actually
We are a like
watched like
mind.
halfway through,
Yeah.
and we're like, let's like fast forward a little bit. So we fast forward like 20 minutes, and like they're still talking about that.
Yeah.
So we fast forward another 20 minutes, like,
Yes.
oh look, there's another ship out there. I don't know. It's
Right.
anyway, so we
Yeah.
did that.
Oh, yeah.
But so that actually explains my last note and final note about it is that the show ends with hints of Rebel Moon 3. And so now I know that it
Mhm.
does. And we will not be watching Rebel Moon 3. And that's my
That's
what I have to say about Rebel Moon 2.
okay. All right.
So I did there's more though. There's not to that, but I've watched more. So I watched some more Friday night at Five Nights at Freddy's.
Furry Night
Furry
at
Night at
Freddy's.
Freddy's.
Playthroughs.
Furry Night
I
at
did.
Freddy's. It's an entirely different movie. It's a lot more fun.
It's
Right.
an entirely different
Right.
thing. Different
Yeah.
thing.
Oh, you watched it.
It's
okay.
when the characters of Rebel Moon decided to make something interesting. I don't know. So we watched some more virtual reality FNAF playthroughs.
He watched the playthroughs.
Oh,
playthroughs,
not the
yeah.
movie.
Did you watch
Okay.
Wolf's? Did you watch Wolf's playthroughs?
Yeah,
Yeah, his are the best.
I like him. He sounds really cute too.
Yeah. He's
Yeah.
not bad looking. He's kind of a odder Like
he's
he's
a
got
odd
a
wolfie.
he's got a
Oh,
cute
okay.
little beard, and he's not bad looking.
So these playthroughs I had to cover eyes with pauses, of course, most of the time. You know, it's really interesting how it's like a puzzle game. Like it's scary, but it's like a puzzle game in that
Yeah.
like there's this.
Mm-hmm.
I was watching this one playthrough of a hallway level where like it's a dark, creepy hallway, and I think it's Chica or something that pops out of these doors, and you have to avoid Chica, but also there's something following you. So it's like a timer where you have to navigate through a hallway, and that's what it would be in a normal game.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like a puzzle, and it's really interesting how it's a scary thing, but there's all these like puzzle aspects to it. Another movie I watched was Five Nights at Freddy's.
Oh, you watched it. Okay.
Oh, you did
I
watch
did.
the movie. Oh,
I
Okay.
did. Because I got all like enthralled in these playthroughs and stuff, and
Mhm.
thought, well, okay, maybe. So I did it, and it wasn't that bad. It's like a children's horror movie or
It
something.
is. Yeah,
Actually,
there's not a lot of jump scares. Where you think there's gonna be a
it's
jump
not.
scare, they didn't put one. And it's like,
Which is the
yeah.
scary thing, I guess.
I guess it's like I guess everybody's so used to the
Um,
show
I
or
mean
the game that they're
the only
expecting the jump scares and then they're not there. So
then they're not there. The only jump scares that really were Chica's cupcake.
That thing I told you, it's evil, isn't it?
It is,
but
but
even then they really weren't that. I mean, so it appears in the locker. Ooh,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like
Well, except
that was.
except when he eats that kid.
Oh, yeah, but we already knew it was
But
in
it so
there.
it
Yeah.
it wasn't it yeah, and it wasn't. And the one time when Cupcake does do a jump scare, it's like it's coming, and so it wasn't. It was like Barely said, it was one of those it's coming, and they actually did do it, so it wasn't that bad, and it wasn't gory and stuff. And I don't know, maybe it was because I didn't know what was going on, but it
Mhm.
wasn't actually that bad. So
Hmm.
anyway, so I watched that, and I guess there's supposed to be, I think this year, Five Nights at Freddy's like number 2
Yes.
Mhm.
is coming out.
Yep.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I think they got contracted for a possibility of 3 movies.
Cool.
oh my cow.
Cool.
And
Well,
those animatronic costumes are practical effects. So
Mhm.
they spent a lot of money building those.
oh,
Yeah.
So the part of the deal was if they did if they did build them as practical effects, that they would be guaranteed at least a certain amount of movies.
So let me say what I've been playing, but really fast because it's my fault. I talk too much. So what I've been playing is Blue Six Ghost Pop Hearthstone Beat Saber Royal Match. Okay, I'm done.
Okay, wow, that was very fast.
Very fast.
So for me, I'm gonna try and go a little fast too. So I haven't been doing much really, but I've been rewatching some movies that I didn't get to see in the theater, either because I wasn't alive yet or I missed them when they were in the theater on my Quest Pro in the big screen app. So you're actually sitting in a theater and you've got like a theater size
Oh,
screen in
wow.
front of you because of the high definition
Yeah,
screens
that's neat. Yeah.
in the Quest. So last week I watched Serenity because I didn't get to see it in the theater.
Okay. Great
And
movie.
Serenity is the movie they made after Fox canceled the wildly popular space western Firefly. It's about a down on the luck misfit crew on the run from authorities. You don't have to watch the series to enjoy the movie, but after you've watched the movie, you're going to want to go back and watch the series because it is a fantastic series, and Fox was just so stupid to cancel it. Then this week, I watched my all-time favorite 1950 sci-fi classic, Forbidden Planet. Forbidden Planet marks the very first appearance of Robbie the Robot. And for a movie that was shot in 1956, it is still gorgeous, holds up pretty well, still funny, but also thoughtful. It's also Leslie Nielsen's first film, so it ties in with what
Really?
Taebyn's been watching. Yes, so it was his first big screen appearance. He played the leading man in the role of Captain Adams.
I might have to watch this.
All the animated special effects in Forbidden Planet were done by Walt Disney Studios. Forbidden Planet is also notable as one of the first times a science fiction film was given a big budget and taken seriously. It was the first mainstream movie to also have a soundtrack entirely performed by electronic instruments. And in my opinion, this film is a masterpiece of science fiction cinema. Really recommend you first give it a watch if you've never seen it. And then I've been also playing Marvel vs. Capcom 3 on my Steam Deck. And that's
All
it for
right.
me.
Oh wow, you've been busy though.
Yes, and like I said, Forbidden Planet, you got to watch it. It's one of the best sci-fi movies ever made.
I have
And
heard about that.
It actually is what paved the road for more like serious sci-fi movies to be made. They gave them a budget, and it really shows.
All right.
Okay.
Well, that takes us up to furry news. But actually, I'm going to call this Furries in the News so that Taebyn can do his thing, because these are about furries in the news. So here we go with
And it's been a while. It's been a while.
It has been a
Here we
while.
go.
Warm up your pipes, pup.
And now it is time
Rayne and
for
Bearly, get ready to take off the
Furries
headphones.
in the News.
So slow. Are in spinning on this.
Okay. All right.
Oh my cow.
Oh my cow.
What is my life?
I don't know. So our story goes that there is a satanic panic in Sacramento that is targeting furries. The media reports without consulting any furries. Now this is first.
Oh my
reported-
gosh, there's a shock.
Right. So it's just this whole story about these furries with satanic symbols spotted near Sacramento County Elementary School.
Well, not there's a one. So
There's
the
a
thing
one.
is, it's
Yes.
not like a bunch of them.
No, there is
There's
a one.
It's one skull dog.
Right.
Yes.
It's a Zero the Hellhound, an 18-year-old trans furry, is facing the villagers' wrath, so to speak, down there. So it's just this very strange little story about Zero won the dance competition at Golden State Fur Con, and basically they were out there doing all of these, a photo shoot in the park, and it goes by the school. What's the matter, Rayne? Why are you laughing so hard?
When you said the villager's wrath, I immediately thought of the scene in Young Frankenstein. A mob is a terrible thing.
Okay,
I
all right.
can't help it. I'm sorry.
Okay. Anyway, Zero is a skull dog, like a spooky creature from Ghostbusters or shows like Has Been Hotel, and but parents are just getting a little just weird. They see the costumes in the parks, and they said in one of his TikTok videos, he sits on a park bench. People crowd up to take video and complain that the kids can't play there. They're minding their own business. They're just in a park. They're not
And I watched
bothering
this
anybody.
video. They're not.
Yeah, they're not bothering anybody. They're not doing anything weird. So, if you want to read the whole story, go on Dog Patch Press, and the TikTok Zero's TikToks. Wow, English speak I could do. Is Zero the Hellhound 666. So Zero
That's their TikTok.
TH and Hellhound are all capitalized. But if you search that in, I'm sure there's not a whole lot of them.
No.
So, and Taebyn, did you meet Zero?
I either met he was at FC this year.
Okay.
And he was in Floor Wars, and I think I met him and talked to him. I don't actually remember, but so this is a true thing, and he has pretty good TikToks, and it, by the way, so a lot of reasons that and if you first read this story, you'll read this too. Like it's Skull Dog and everything, and they think he has a pentagram, and he's satanic because he has a pentagram on his back and everything. It's actually like not an inverted pentagram like the satanic one. It's like a star. That is supposed to represent like natural elements and everything. So it's not. People are just getting scared because they're stupid and ignorant, and they should ask people things instead of jumping to conclusions. Anyway,
that's the most exercise some people get is jumping to conclusions, dodging.
True, especially Trump supporters. They all really Yeah. Jumping to
Yes.
conclusions is the
Well,
biggest
when you eat
exercise
so
they
many
get.
nachos, you've got to,
Right.
need
Mm.
exercise somehow.
Yep. Our second story, did you put this in here, Taebyn?
I put both of these in here.
You put both of those in here?
I did.
Oh, I thought I put the first one in there. Well, you can read the second
No.
one then. Sorry.
I spent so much time editing that first story, but that's okay. That's fine.
Did you really?
I'll forgive you. I did. I spent a lot of time this afternoon
He
on
went
that story.
copy paste.
But then I edited it down so that it wasn't a 10-page story, and I took a lot of
Well, that's
time
true.
Oh,
making it like podcast readable and stuff. But that's fine. It's for the pod. Anyway,
what's funny is I thought I put that in there because I thought I put that in there weeks ago when it came out on Dogpatch Press. And because I saw it and I thought I grabbed it and I thought I put it in there.
oh, you did see it.
So then when I
Oh.
saw it in there, it's like, I thought, who put this in here? Wait a minute, I put this in here. So I apologize. Mea culpa, mea culpa, mea culpa.
Mea culpa of
Cabana.
lemon juice. I don't know. So the second story, this one I did just copy paste and didn't edit. So, it makes sense that I would be the one to read it then. So I'm horrible. I'm okay. Where to go? Why it is just leave? So
Sorry, folks.
Midwest
Thanks for tuning in
Furcasting-
to the very last episode of BFFT.
the very last. So you first might remember MFF 2014 had the chemical attack on the hotel and everything. And apparently there are new findings by the new Fur and Loathing podcast. So you can go to the story. So on the website, on the BFFT website, we'll post the links to the story that Bearly read and this story. And so you can read more about it and see the videos and everything. I'll just tell you that the gist of it is that apparently back in 2014, there weren't really, even though this was a big attack on a hotel and everything, there wasn't much real media and there were no police investigations or anything. And it's like, what's that? And so people just didn't do anything about it. It's one fur that's doing this new podcast by the name of Nicky Wolf with Project Brazen. It's been kind of on his mind and everything. And so he's talked to people and been looking into things and has been finding out more information about who actually did this, because if nothing else, the people that were harmed by this attack should know at least who did this and get some information. So anyway, he's been finding things out. Here it is 10 years later, but he's been finding things out and doing stuff. So if you go to the Dogpatch Press article about this, just look for Midwest Furfest 2014 chemical attack, and you'll get this article, and you can see the videos and read more about it and learn more about it. So fun note, one of the videos, there's a few videos, and one of the videos was in regards to the original attack, like recordings of what people said about and stuff. And one of the videos, one of the viewees was saying, there were so many furries.
At a FurCon, who would have thought?
So I thought that was
furries?
cute and fun. That was one of the main quotes.
Oh my
in that.
gosh! So
Anyway,
many furries at a FurCon.
I know,
Right?
Who would have thought?
Wow.
So that's that.
That's that. All right. And again, my apologies for stealing. A journalist should never steal another journalist's story. I apologize profusely. So
I'm no journalist. I'm just a pupilist.
The pupilist.
Mm.
All right. That takes us up to upcoming events.
Upcoming events.
Our very first one is Anthrocon 2024.
It's
so this
only
is about
Rayne
Only
raccoons.
for raccoon.
Rayne
Only
loves
raccoons.
this one.
I love this one. It's my favorite.
Coonlandia. It's all about raccoons. Anthrocon
Right.
2024 is taking place July 4th through the 7th in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The 6th through the 7th in Singapore is Little Island FurCon 2024. Yes?
Poor. I just sung a poor.
Singapore. Okay.
Oh no.
If you can't get to Singapore, you can go the following week, July 13th to the 14th, to Leon County, Taiwan for Furmit 2024.
And if you go to the bar, you can tie one on.
Yeah. Gosh dang it.
July 13th, 14th, also in Jakarta, Utara, Indonesia, is the Indonesia Weekend Anthro Gathering. The 18th through the 21st of July is Furry 2024 in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. Of course, in Layton, Utah, 21st to the 19th to the 21st of July is Anthro Weekend Utah 2024.
Utah.
On July 20th is Euphoria 2024 in Albany, New York. I love the name of this one. Awustria is July.
That is cute.
Yep. Awustria
That's cute.
is July 25th through the 28th in Vienna, Austria. And finally, rounding out July, another cute name, Aurora. Aurora, yes. In July 26th to the 28th in New South Wales, Australia. And those are the upcoming events for the month of July.
So what's funny about that is the Austrians and the Australians are trying to compete by getting the cutest awooey sounding names for their cons.
Yes.
Competition this is competition at its most fiercest in the furry world.
Right. You got to get the best con name.
The best con name.
Like
con? No. All right. Well, I understand we have a movie review from our good friend Cheetaro.
Yeah. He's going to be reviewing Shark's Tale.
Well, let's hear his review then, shall we?
Yay!
Apparently a shark bit Taebyn's tail right then. I heard
right
him yell.
Right then. Ouch. Wow. All right. Cheetaro, tell us all about Shark's Tales.
Hey Cheetaro, I hear you have a movie review for us this week.
I do, Rayne. It's an awesome movie. It's for all those, scaly furs that are like sharks and other fishes, because it's a movie called Shark Tale.
Nice.
Yeah. It's actually a movie that's kind of older, but so are we, so it's okay. And so it's from 2005, but hey, it's actually a pretty good movie. It's funny because you've got actors like Will Smith and Jack Black and Renee Zellweger and Angelina Jolie, in this. But you also have actors like Robert De Niro. You even have actor-director Martin Scorsese.
Oh, wow.
And here's an old one for you. There's actually Peter Falk, who played Columbo in the 70s.
Yes.
For all those gray muzzles that know who Peter Falk is.
Let me ask you something.
Right. One more thing. One
more thing. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's actually a fun movie. There are so many jokes in this movie that I think all furs that listen to this podcast should go out and watch this movie, because in the very beginning, Will Smith plays this very beautifully colored fish.
Okay.
And he's playing around in front of a billboard that's kind of like a high-end apartment, and he's like, and these kids see him and say, what are you doing? He says, I'm just pretending. And one of the kids says, you're so broke, your bologna has no first name.
Oh, dang.
Now, the ironic part is that Will Smith's name in this is Oscar.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Right. So that's just one of many fun jokes that are said through the whole movie. The other thing that's really funny about this movie is that there's a lot of references to Titanic.
Okay, because I mean, it's 2005, so
exactly,
it's still relevant.
I mean, there's this one scene where one of the sharks end up getting thrown up against a wall, and there is a picture of Rose wearing the heart of the
no.
the heart of the diamond or whatever it was around
Yeah.
her neck, right? Just on the wall, and it's like it's smushed, and it's like, oh no, you've got to be kidding me, you know. So there's lots of that. But the even more funny part of this is that because Robert De Niro is in this, you know, he plays the head honcho shark, or let me rephrase it in this way: he plays the Don.
Okay.
So the sharks are the mafia, so to speak.
Ah.
And
Yeah, well, it fits.
you know, and the ironically funny part is I was reading the trivia on IMDb, the Internet Movie Database, for all you furs that don't know what that is. But
yeah, if you just woke up from a coma like yesterday and don't know what IMDb is.
Right, for sure. But it said in one of the things that there's this Italian group of Italians who were like really upset over this movie because of the fact of the bad portrayal of how Italians are always mafia members and things of that nature.
Oh, and
right?
and they're always sharks too.
I know, right? And so it was funny because this.
Where are they going with this?
Well, they said that the movie actually helped to develop some of them so that it wasn't such a direct, you know, attack to the Italian people, and they still decided that no, we don't.
Well,
like it.
I mean,
we're not gonna.
In defense of the movie and stereotypes are funny as long as they're not overplayed. And if Italians didn't want to be stereotyped as mafia, they probably shouldn't have invented the term loan shark.
That is so true.
That's all I'm saying. If you don't want to be portrayed as mob sharks, then probably don't call yourself a shark.
Now, see, the funny part in this movie too is that Will Smith's character Oscar actually ends up getting money loaned to him from, well, Martin Scorsese, who is a pufferfish. But then the sharks decide that they need to intervene because, you know, they're trying to run the city, of course, as of course they obviously want to do.
Right.
And so now Will Smith Oscar, that is, owes money to the sharks, and it's really funny because, you know, Jack Black. Okay, he is a really talented actor.
Yes.
And while I was watching this movie, you cannot tell that it is him because he has a voice that he decided to do for this movie that is absolutely awesome, because he plays this shark. I'm sorry, I have to laugh because this is really hilarious. He plays this shark that's a vegetarian.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's one part where his father, who is the Don, so that's Robert De Niro, they're in a restaurant, and the father goes, he says, "Stop being like this. Here, take this shrimp and eat this shrimp." And of course, the shrimp is sitting there going, "Don't eat me. I have a baby at home." And of course, you know, Lenny, that's the shark that is the vegetarian, is sitting there going, No, he's sitting there crying and going, no, I'm going to free all the shrimp. And he throws all the shrimp out the window. And yeah,
oh my goodness.
It's an awesome movie, trust me, you know, and it's one of those things where the actors did such a good job at doing stuff. I mean, there's all sorts of strange references, like I said, not only to Titanic, but the movie is very, again, it's going to be one of those things that probably only the gray muzzles know, but it's similar to the movie Car Wash.
Okay.
Because the underlying business that Will Smith's character, he's in a whale wash, so he sits there and he cleans whales, you know.
Somebody's got to do it.
He's actually a tongue scrubber.
Oh, jeez. Well, there are worse things, I guess. There are worse things on a whale that you could have to scrub.
Yeah, and so of course, because this movie is very much Car Wash-esque, what is the one song that they end up playing at the end?
The Car Wash?
Yes, ding, 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 you win the prize. So yeah, it's a fun movie. I
Nice.
really enjoyed it, and so as you can tell, it made me laugh. It made me cry. It made me cry only because of the fact that it was so funny that you're like,
right. You laugh
bent
until
over.
you get tears. Yes.
So I'm gonna give Shark Tale a 4 chirps because
wow.
it was really entertaining. In all honesty,
That's the highest rating we've had in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, because I don't like giving movies, the big thumbs up. I mean, I've been watching all sorts of strange things, and recently, I don't know if you've watched any of the stuff on Amazon Prime with for Fallout.
I watched the entire series in one sitting because I could not stop watching. It was so good.
I know, it was awesome. I had friends tell me, they said, "Oh, it's horrible. It doesn't really have a plot," and and things like that.
Well, neither does the game. So it's got more plot than the game did.
That's totally true. Totally true. But of course, I like the dog.
I think that's, yeah, I do too. Dog Meat is a fun character.
Absolutely.
But yeah, the series had way more plot than the games did. I mean, you had 3 individual storylines in the first season that were just fantastic, and you get like a lot of behind the scenes character stuff. So I thought it was a great series.
I loved all the product placement, like the the lizard on a stick, and of course the yum yum eggs and the cram,
Nuka-Cola.
Just awesome. Nuka-Cola, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's amazing, and I'm kind of happy that they're going to do a second season. So
I am too. I can't wait.
Yeah.
I'm glad that they did it the way they did, so that if they didn't do a second season, you could go on thinking, okay, that was a good series.
Yeah.
But they left it open, just open enough for more, but
Absolutely.
not so much, not so open that if it ended, you were going to be super disappointed.
Yeah, for sure. But hey, you never know what's going to happen because it's Amazon,
right?
And they could just say to you and never do anything. So get it all out there in the first season. That's what I have to say. Yeah, absolutely. But,
all right. Well, what do you have for us next time?
Next time, yes. So there is a movie that's going to be coming out soon called 200% Wolf. So because of that, there is the first part of the movie, which is called 100% Wolf.
Oh.
I'm going to review that one. And so
excellent.
It's a movie from 2020, and it's streaming on Hulu. So let's just say it is a movie about werewolves.
Ooh, they're wolves.
Yeah, werewolves.
They're wolves.
Mufasa. No, I'm kidding.
Sorry, it's an old Young Frankenstein line.
Oh my God. Yes.
Werewolves.
Awesome movie.
They're wolves.
Werewolves. Yes. God. Oh Lord, I love the old.
Sounds like fun. Oh, I do too.
Absolutely.
I love old comedies.
So that's for next time.
We're looking forward to it. Any parting words to our audience?
Go out there, seize the day, and if you really want to have a fun time, go out and see Shark Tale, because it's an awesome movie.
All righty. Well, we'll see you next time then.
Absolutely. Have a great day, night, weekend.
Thanks. Okie dokie. I guess we could go ahead and do our jokes. We got jokes. You guys jokes?
Yeah.
Jokes.
I've always got my app.
Up.
Okay. So it's time for jokes. Not that we don't have enough of them here. So
no, none at all.
I search out really bad jokes.
I have an app that tells really bad jokes.
Okay. Hopefully it's not the same app that I get my really bad jokes from. And
is it dad
Taebyn,
jokes?
And Taebyn, where do you get your jokes
Hi.
from?
Oh, yes. So, but my joke book, I don't seek that. I have a joke book called The Ultimate Dad Joke Book, 501 Hilarious Jokes and Puns by Humor Me. And I don't read these ahead of the show. I just read the next page or two. And so If they're really bad, which often they are, you can't blame me. If they're really good, which sometimes they are, you can give me all the credit. We'll go with that.
Okay.
All right. All right. So, do you guys know why it's so easy to weigh a fish?
Could it be because of the scales?
It comes with its own scales, yes.
Yeah.
Ding, ding, ding. Square gets a circle, or circle
Square
gets a
gets
square.
the circle.
Square gets the circle.
Oh.
My gosh.
Rayne, could you please enlighten us with some brilliant information?
So what's red and bad for your teeth?
I don't know, Rayne. What is red and bad for your teeth?
A brick.
See, this is true. This is science at its finest.
true.
I tell you.
Yes, yes.
I tell you. What do you say to comfort the grammar police?
I don't know.
I don't know, yes.
There.
Oh. That's actually
Jeez.
pretty good.
It's cute. Oh, so we can give me the credit
Yes.
on that.
yes. Hey, do you guys know why marathon runners are such good students?
I don't know why
No.
are marathon runners such good students.
Because education pays off in the long run.
Ah,
It's true.
oh my. Again, more truth.
More truth.
So all you first know, I love to cook. And I boiled a funny bone last night, and I had a laughing stock.
I don't know if I accept that, actually. I do want to know.
Mhm.
I want to know. Let's see, what do I want to know? I want to know what happens once every minute. Oh, this is stupid. Okay, what happens once every minute, twice every moment, and never in a decade? The letter M.
Okay. Yeah.
It's,
Uh,
oh, it was stupid.
That was dumb.
Humor me, we blame you on that.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Actually, let me do another one to make up for it. Why did the laptop get glasses?
I don't know. Why did the laptop get glasses?
To improve its website. Rayne missed it.
It's okay. Do you know which president loved to take baths?
I don't know. Which president did? I'm not good with history. Which president did love to take baths?
It was George Washington, of course.
Oh. Yes. Actually, that's okay. I'll actually accept that. I will accept.
All right. I think for our listeners, I think Rayne, something happened with his internet connection, so he has dropped out at the moment. So Taebyn and I are just going to continue on.
Either that or Rayne was like, no, I actually
I'm
cannot
done.
deal
Yeah.
with this stupidity. I'm out. Mike is dropped.
Yep.
Why?
Why?
Just like in Arkansas.
Mm-hmm.
Why does it take so long to eat a clock?
I don't know. Why does it take so long to eat a clock?
Well, it's a very time-consuming meal.
Oh, God, really?
I know.
Oh.
I do not take credit for that.
Okay. So finally, which animal do you think makes the best landscaper?
What animal makes the best landscaper?
Yes.
An antelope.
Why no, a hedgehog.
Oh, of course.
Of course.
Of course. What else? Oh. Well, and I have to know what starts with P and ends with E and has thousands of letters inside.
Starts with P and ends with E. I don't know what. Postal service? Postal service.
A post office.
Post office.
Yeah. So
Yay.
that we can't end on that.
Okay.
So what color is the wind?
I don't know, but I know its name is Mariah.
Away out here they got a name, a wind and rain and fire. The rain is Tess, the fire's Joe, and they call the wind Mariah.
So the color of the wind is blue, but we're not going to end on that. Why was the computer so tired when it got home? Oh, yeah.
I don't know. Why was the computer so tired when it got home?
Okay, I hope we end this podcast someday. It had a hard drive. Okay, why did the computer cross the road?
I don't know why.
We can end on this one.
Okay, good.
So let me ask you again.
Uh-huh.
Why did the computer cross the road?
I don't know. Why did the computer cross the road?
It was programmed by chickens.
Oh, ba-dum-bum. And welcome back, Rayne.
And
Thank
Rayne
you.
was back just
yeah.
in time for it was programmed by chickens.
My power went out here at the house. I don't know what happened, but
Oh.
yeah, everything went out like it.
All
it
at
was
once.
yeah. So I am back again. I think.
All right.
Everything
Well,
seems to be back to fairly normal.
All right. Well, we just finished up our jokes, and we are now to the shameless plugs section of our podcast. Just before we
Woohoo!
close out. I would like to plug
Woof.
Off Leash, one of my other podcasts, all about puppy play and human puppy play. If you are in the Thunder Bay, Ontario area the weekend of June 14th through 15th, that is their Pride weekend. And the cast of Off Leash is going to be hosting an educational seminar there, a puppy mosh, and a dance. So come out and see how to be a puppy. And then I also have Royal Highness podcast as well. And when the release of this podcast, when this drops, I have 35 actual days that I'm going to be working, not in a row, but 35 actual days until I retire.
Woo! Oh
excellent.
my cow! Woohoo!
Yeah.
Raise a wolf! Raise a wolf!
Raise the woof, yes.
That's exciting. How do
That
you
is.
feel about that bear? Well, I don't need to ask, but just so all of our listeners get the wonderment of your answer, what do you feel about this here, Bearly?
Wonderful. Just simply wonderful. I cannot say how much it's going to feel so great to not have to sit at my work computer all day, and I can sit at my own computer doing podcast stuff.
All day.
All day, yes.
All day. And all you furs, so me and Rayne, of course, we get the stories from Bearly about his work, and
Yeah.
when he says it's wonderful, you have no idea. Like, he is so elated. I can imagine he is so elated and dripping with happy gummy bear rainbow ponies that there's just no words to describe what he must be feeling. I'm just saying.
You are correct there. You are correct.
Yeah, that's so.
All right, Rayne, what do you got to plug?
Well, 3 Do Who, a monthly Doctor Who podcast discussing all things Doctor Who with my good friends Bearly and James. May's episode is a fun one. We each picked 5 of our favorite aliens from Doctor Who, then ranked them on a tier system.
Oh, that's fun.
We're going to be
Okay.
on hiatus for June while I'm having the lenses in my eyes replaced. But we'll be
Oh.
back in July with a discussion about the 4th and 5th Doctor companion Edric. Then, of course, Friday Night Rack Tracks will also be going on hiatus during June whilst I'm healing up. And, of course, if you're listening to this on the day it drops, come along and hang out with Bearly, Taebyn, Cheetaro, myself, and Ziggy at Furlandia.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Taebyn, what have you got to plug?
Hi.
Hi.
turn.
So I have a fourth wall, Taebyn-shop.fourthwall.com. I have a t-shirt there, I have a mug there, I have some stickers, and there's more to come. I keep saying that, and I will get more to come. It's so busy because Tail needs so much. Tail is just keeping me very busy these days, and the squirrels outside, and then I have to go out for walkies and everything like that. So I will get more things on Fourth Wall. It's there. Go check it out. I've actually had a few sales, so that's very exciting.
Hey.
And then, of course, check out my YouTube. My YouTube is Taebyn Pup. Lots of different types of videos, fancy, and there. What else do I have? I have story time and math. So all you mathy furs out there, or furs that are having trouble in your math passes, I have some actual, serious actual calculus instructional videos.
Yes.
Yeah, and linear algebra yet? I either have linear algebra or one's coming up. Anyway, I have a bunch of videos that furs have literally come up to me and said that because of my videos, they were able to pass their calculus exams. So make sure to check those out, but also really good stuff, cooking with Taebyn, how to make ice and good stuff like that. And of course, the Crispy Chicken Saga, the newest one, Chicky Session is up there on my Ascension, is there up on my YouTube. So go ahead and check it out. There's lots of good fun stuff. I've had furs tell me that they binged my YouTube over a weekend or something. And so
You're
binge worthy,
bingeable.
all you furs.
You're bingeable.
It's bingeable, so take that out. And of course, as we talk, I'll be at Furlandia. I am at Furlandia right now. Apparently.
You are?
Yes, you are.
And I will be, so come say hi. I will be at Denver and at A&W are my next upcoming cons. Doing my story time with Taebyn. And Taebyn sings Weird Al, so come join the fun, all you furs.
All right. Okay, well, that's it for us here at BFFT. We love that you have stuck around and listened.
You have stuck us around.
You have stuck us around. I was going to say stuck you in our ear holes, but that wasn't right. Remember, you can support the show through donations at Patreon or on Buzzsprout. And by the way, on Buzzsprout now, if you're listening there, you can now leave a text message for us, and we will get that. It's called Fan Mail, and there's a little link on there that says, click
It's at the top of every show description.
Yep.
It says Moobark Fluff and pick this. Yeah, I saw that. It's on every single one.
On every single one. Yep.
Is it on just this one forward? But no, it's amazing technology. It's
Yeah.
on every single one.
Yep. You can get BFFT merch at Fourth Wall, Redbubble, or Bonfire. And so until next time, I got ahead of myself there on my script.
I know what happened.
And it's like, wait a minute.
That.
Wait a moment.
You're ahead. And
Mouth outran brain.
Yes. So until next time, Moobark, Fluff, Huanayan, stay furry. Rayne, any last words?
Yeah, just want to say, be kind to yourselves and each other. I'm looking forward to seeing my Ziggy, and I will actually be in his arms at the time you furs are listening to this podcast. And
if you do so right, when it drops.
If you do at the drop, and just Moobark Fluff, stay furry.
All right, Taebyn, say your goodbyes so we can all go get a poof.
Your goodbyes, so we can all go get a poop. I said it. But I'll also say, Moobark Fluff, thank you all you furs for taking a listen. And you don't even have to give it back. It's yours now. And we appreciate that you loved it. We hope you've entertained, because that's what we want to do for both for ourselves and for you. We have a great time on this, especially since we only do this record every other week now. We only see each other every other week, so it's even more special and fun to bark at you. Of course, I guess you're listening to it whenever you want to, so it may not be so long that we... Anyway, I don't know. Stumper asked me, Taebyn, what are you talking about?
Taebyn, what are you talking about?
I have no idea. But thanks for asking. But also, thank you all you furs. As I said, this means a lot. If you're listening to it, come see us at a con sometime. Give us a hug and say hi. And tell us about yourself and things. Write in to the Twitter and to the email and all this stuff, the BFFT chat on Telegram. And talk to us and have fun. Anyway, until next time, can't wait to bark at you. Moobark Fluff, stay furry. Talk to you next time.
Bearly Furcasting is an Injured Nerve studio production and is found on all major podcast platforms or can be heard directly at bearlyfurcasting.com. The Furcast is produced, recorded, and directed by Bearly Normal, aka Mike Began, and is edited by Bearly and our associate producer Rayne Raccoon.
Opening and closing theme music, as well as some interstitial music, was created for Injured Nerves Productions for the use on the podcast by Reg Day with Damian Tanuki. If you would like to hear more music by Reg Day, you can search for Tweezerbeak on Bandcamp or Hoop Loop Tunes on SoundCloud. Other interstitial and background music through silvermansound.com, Gator Tots on soundcloud.com, the YouTube Free Use Library, and Epidemic Sound. If you would like to send us a message, you can do so via email at barelyfurcasting@gmail.com or on our Telegram chat at BFFTchat, on Twitter, on our Facebook page, or on the barelyfurcasting.com webpage. You can help support the show through donations at coffee.com/barelyfurcasting or through Patreon at patreon.com/barelyfurcasting. Thanks for listening. We hope you come back and listen next week.